Welcome, my friends. In my kitchen today, we're filling these mini sponge cake shells with a soft cloud of mascarpone and whipped cream, folded with strawberries that taste like summer. It's simple, bright, and ready in minutes. The kind of sweet little moment we make together. So come on in and I'll show you how they're made. I almost forgot. Stay with me until the end because another adventure is already weaving itself into my story. Ingredients. I picked up these mini sponge cake shells at my local grocery. They're simple, light, and that little dip makes them perfect for any filling. So let me show you my recipe. And for our filling, we'll need fresh strawberries, just a little powdered sugar, a splash of fresh lemon juice. This is Panafix, an Italian product that helps the whipping cream stay firm. Mascarpone cheese is a must for this recipe. And for last, our 35% whipping cream that will embrace everything. I started with a half a cup of whipping cream. Then I realized I needed more, so I added another half a cup. With my electric mixer, I give the cream a good minute of whipping, just enough to wake it up. Then I add a good tablespoon of powdered sugar and give it a little bit more whipping. Now about a tablespoon of Panafix, the little boost that helps everything stand tall. And give the whipping cream a good mix until it stands firm. I start by adding a half a cup of mascarpone. As I mix the mascarpone into the cream, I felt it wasn't enough. So I brought another half a cup to deepen the richness. Gently fold the mascarpone and cream together. Then place it in the fridge and we'll move on to the next step. Wash the strawberries well and keep the prettiest one aside for decoration. Cut the strawberries into tiny little cubes and place them in a bowl. Add a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. Add a tablespoon of powdered sugar and mix very well. Place the mini sponge cakes on a plate. And once the strawberries have rested for about 10 minutes, we'll fill the dip with our tiny strawberry cubes. Add a teaspoon of strawberry and lemon juice over each mini cakes. And now for the best part, we'll fold in the mascarpone mixture into the remaining strawberries. We'll gently fold in the mixture. Add a big spoonful right on top of each mini sponge cake. And don't forget the strawberry on top. And speaking of that strawberry on top, let me take you through my journey where the sweetest moments hide in places you don't even expect. My father was a stamp collector, carrying that quiet passion with him all the way to Canada. And on May 5th, 1963, he dedicated his collection to me, a delicate archive of faraway places that still feels like a doorway into hidden worlds. As I was digging into my past, I remembered a trunk my mother once gave me. And when I found it resting in a forgotten corner of the furnace room, it felt less like an object and more like a keepsake, whispering our voyage back to our beloved roots. Full of dust and covered in stickers, each one a faded clue of our departure on the ship Leonardo da Vinci. The trunk felt like an artifact guarding its own secrets. On August 9th, 1963, we left from New York's Pier 84, sailing back towards Genova's port, back towards Italia, as if the sea itself was guiding us home. We were leaving family and new friends behind, and the moment felt like the world was pulling apart. At 5-year-old, in my small and tender world, I already knew I would miss my maternal grandparents. Their warmth, their steady love, with a force that struck me like a wave I couldn't name, only feel. I remember being happy with Mama and Father. They were my center, my shelter, my protectors. The two gentle lights my little world revolved around. And in this photo, my smile carries the truth of it all, a soft, glowing proof of the admiration and wonder I held for them. On the ship, each night unfolded with an air of quiet mystery, as if the ocean itself was hosting the events. I remember my parents dressed in an elegance that shimmered in the dim light, and I had a new dress too, one that made me feel like a true princess. One day the passengers were called up on deck to learn the emergency rules and how to put on our life jackets. And in this photo, you can see I was more focused on the lady standing behind us, just a 5-year-old lost in her own little world. During the day, my parents would bring me to the children's pool, and I would throw myself into the water with all the bold joy a child can hold. The sun blazing above, the ship humming beneath, and me living those moments as if the whole voyage paused just to let me play. Once we arrived, I was introduced to my cousins, and they quickly became the friends who shaped my earliest years. In this photo, they had come to visit us, and we were playing in my bedroom with my toys from Canada. They were all excited. A small moment that still feels like the beginning of a lifetime of memories. We all carry lifetime memories, and sharing mine with you has become such a precious part of my journey. There's a moment just ahead, a shift so quiet and yet so powerful, it changed the course of everything. I'll share it with you in the next chapter of my life. So, my friends, join me in my kitchen for the next delicious recipe and the next step in my story. And please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Ciao!